Hi guys, welcome back to Fiery Love 1111. I'm going to do a reading on the soulmate, soul connections, twin flames, divine counterparts. Let's just see what we're going to get into, and let's just start off. Oops, that one two already wanted to come out. Let's just start off and see what the energy is of the divine feminine and see what she is going through, what's going on with her energy, and get into it. And then we're going to get into the divine masculine side. So we are all made of both. We have divine masculine and divine feminine energies within us all. And one of the wonderful things that about this path, about this journey, is learning to dive deep into both energies. No matter if we're born feminine or masculine, that doesn't matter, because we have these energies within us, and be able to utilize these energies, grow with them, learn from them is, it's a huge gift and a huge blessing. And I really encourage everybody to try to dive deep into their energies and see what they have to offer. Even the darker shadow side, we always have something to learn from it, and it always has something to offer us as far as growth on our path. So let's just get into it. So the two cards that wanted to pop out before I even started talking was transformation and curiosity. So let's just clarify that with some tarot cards and see what comes up with that. And right away, though, I'm definitely getting, for transformation, it is getting into, learning to dance with the energies, dance with the, dive deep and walk with those energies of the divine masculine that's within us as divine feminines, and vice versa. It is transformative, because we learn about energies that can empower us before we even realize it, without realizing it. Our souls are made up of so much more than we actually realize, and being able to really just dive deep and see what we're made of, and enjoy the path, enjoy the beauty that is our soul. So 3 cards wanted to come out with this transformation card. So I'm just gonna, well, actually, let's just get into it, because it says, so it's transformation. And then the 3 tarot that actually wanted to come out with it was 4 of Swords, which is like, I always see this card. Now this is the Celtic Dragon Tarot, which, it shows a dragon laying down and resting, and the 4 swords are on the ground. It's like laying down your swords, laying down the fight, not giving up, not giving in, but not fighting with ourselves anymore. This all comes from within. If you're having difficulties and everything with the outside world, and you're going to see that, because you're seeing that in the outside world, it's because you're fighting with something within, right? So when you lay down these swords and lay down this fight, you're realizing that you're surrendering the ego, surrendering to this higher knowing, and allowing your higher self to come in and help you transform and help you see what is possible, right? And then the other 2 cards were, see, the 10 of, wow, so the other 2 cards were the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Now sometimes I see the 10 of Swords, yeah, it's like, the burden's too great. That's exactly the message that just came in. The burden is too great, right? It's too painful. I can't keep on this path, because whatever I'm doing, I'm just fighting with myself, right? So that, oh my God, this energy is so beautiful, I almost want to cry, because it's a deep, deep, loving surrendering of the soul that's coming through, right? So then you see the 4 of Swords, and it is laying down the fight. It's laying down the ego and saying, okay, whatever I've been doing for myself hasn't been working, right? It hasn't been working. So what, I want to do more. I want to be better than I used to be, right? And so then the ten of wands comes up. But what is this? It's a struggle, right? You see this girl and she's climbing up this mountain to get to this dragon, which is like the astral, it's an astral guide, you know. Our dragons are astral guides, astral energies, but it's getting to that knowing. The dragon represents the knowing that is within us, right? So like, this is exactly what I'm getting from spirit. And so, but they're not giving up. She's not giving up. She's not pausing. She's still climbing. She's still going, moving forward, right? So it's literally grabbing that divine feminine energy within us and saying, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I know there's got to be more to this. And I'm tired of fighting within myself. And I almost feel those tears. I feel that surrendering. I'm just done. I can't fight with myself anymore. That's what this is. And it is a divine feminine energy within us that's going through this. Laying down the swords and laying down the fight. And what does that bring with us? It brings with us this transformation, right? It's burning up that old energy, right? Taking back our power. See, this is the sacral energy, the root energy, and taking back our power. And taking back the power. Okay, so it's not an ego thing, all right? What Spirit's showing me is that this energy is taking back the power of our divine beingness. You know, realizing there's so much more to my soul, and I want to grasp it all. I want to take it all in. I want to take it all in. I want to really see myself as a whole beautiful soul that is unlimited. That is unlimited possibilities, unlimited everything, right? So this is energy that divine feminine energies are going through in this collective right now. And if this resonates with you, then you take this message. If it doesn't, then let it go. But and if I say, okay, and I'm also going to say this about this energy. If any of these energies and messages trigger you, that's another sign from Spirit. Okay, and I mean Spirit as in your higher self is trying to help you open up to this, trying to help you lay down those swords. You know, surrender to yourself. If it triggers you, it means there's something to be learned within. So sometimes it's good to let it trigger you. Let it come in. Let it trigger you. Let it show you all the energies that you have been holding on to that is hurting and painful and you need to let go of. Okay? So pay attention to even the triggers. Even the triggers, okay? Even the triggers that might tell you you're not good enough. Because you are good enough. You are good enough. We're all made of this. Divine feminine, divine masculine, every soul on earth is made of these energies and has this capability to transform our lives every day. So don't give up, okay? Don't give up. So the next card, we're going to talk about is Pandora. So this was the second card that popped out when I first started this reading. Pandora, and what is that? Opening Pandora's box. You see those skulls coming out with that light? And it says curiosity. So you see how that comes out with transformation? Being curious about what am I made of? What is more? You know, this curiosity, opening Pandora's box of our own soul and seeing why have I been fighting? Spirit says. Why have I been fighting? What have I been fighting? Your higher self will always ask you these questions, right? Okay, your shadow side, your ego and shadow side will always say, I'm not good enough. And you're not good enough. You disappoint me. You know, you're never enough, right? That's our shadow side. But our higher self asks these questions. So this is a higher self stepping in and being curious. And being curious to say, okay, let me see those shadows. Right? That's the skeletons, like the skeletons in our closet, Spirit says. Right? Open up the Pandora's box for yourself and see what skeletons are there. Look at those shadows. Look at those dark energies. And see and let your soul ask you, how can I work with these? How can I work with these and learn these lessons to empower myself, to transform? Actually, they go together. I'm not really getting any other cards. Oop, this one actually literally just popped. Did you see it? Just fly out. So that's the Eight of Swords. And what is, okay, yeah, see, and this is like, did you see how that card popped out? Like it literally flew out of the deck. And I love how Spirit works because that's how it works. And it literally comes together with this card. Now, if you look at this card, look at it closely. Okay. She's got these chains or these, yeah, this rope around her that's not tied very tight, right? And here's these, you know, the iron of like a jail, right? And she's asking for help. And this dragon, it represents a guide and a spirit guide, our higher selves that can help us, but he's not stepping in to help because she has the capability to do that. It's only an illusion that she's trapped. She's not trapped. You see how these ties aren't tied tightly? She can pull her hands out and these bars aren't all the way down. They're not blocking her. She has the capability to let go, to get out of the chains that bind her. It's almost like the devil's energy. You know, it's like we're only as trapped as we think we are. Do you see how that comes out? That comes out with curiosity. So taking these bonds off of ourselves, out of our soul, and looking at these darker energies, paying attention to it, asking ourselves, let me see my shadow side. Work with those shadow sides. Really work with it. It's going to trigger you. Of course it's going to trigger you, but it's meant to in order for you to see that you have the capability to break yourself free from it. Because once you realize that it's just a shadow, it can no longer control you. It's just a shadow. It's just an old story we told ourselves. And once we realize that, it stops losing power. It loses its power automatically, and it cannot control us anymore. And that's where the transformation comes in. Do you see how beautiful this is? And Spirit wants to work with us with this. Spirit always wants to help us to grow, to transform, to take that, to go to the next level, to go to that next step, take that next step, keep working on ourselves, keep making ourselves, you know, better. And it's possible. That's what Spirit says. It's possible. We just have to ask ourselves, listen to the questions that our higher self is asking us. You know, we have the capability to do all these things. And look at this. Okay, so this is another message that's coming through. Look at the bottom of the deck on both of these, the cards on the bottom of both of these decks. One is seduction. Okay, and the other one is the Nine of Pentacles. And put them together. I just want to show you this energy, okay? Because this is beautiful. The bottom of the deck is seduction and Nine of Pentacles. And what is that? What's the first thing that comes to you about that? It's seducing, like the energy of yourself, getting into the love you have for yourself. And realizing there's so much more to you. I have the, you know, like saying I have the capability to transform my own life. And the Nine of Pentacles is having everything. It's, you know, it's rest, it's contemplation, and it's also having everything that you, the Nine of Pentacles, sorry, I don't know what I said. You know, it's a fulfillment coming through. And the seduction of loving yourself is coming through because you're allowing yourself to not let these shadows control you anymore. You see how, just see how Pandora is standing over the darker shadows, right? That you open this Pandora's box and the shadows come out, right? She's not fearful. She's saying, okay, these are just shadows. They no longer control me. So they hold no power. They're just there. They're just there. And once you acknowledge it, and learn that it is just a shadow, it's just an old story you told yourself, yeah, it completely loses its power. I mean, this is just such a beautiful energy that we're working on, okay? So, like I said, don't forget, it's the divine feminine energies within us. So this applies to masculine and feminine people, right? I don't know how to properly say that, but that's what it is. So this is working with the divine feminine energies with us, getting into our emotions, getting into our feelings, getting into our fears. And then this divine masculine energy that's within us is taking control of that and realizing it holds no power. It's taking our power back. That's where transformation comes. That's the unity of divine feminine and divine masculine energies, is taking our power back and utilizing both energies for good, for us, for our own growth, for stepping forward. The more we learn about ourselves, the more that we the more we're able to see, the more we're able to understand, because we're expanding as souls. The more we expand like this, the more we can see, the more we can understand, the more compassion we have, the more understanding we have, the more empathy we have. Because we're all one. We are all one here. We're just on different paths. But it brings out this beautiful love and compassion and transformation. It brings this transformation that is just amazing. It's just amazing. Wow. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I'm going to don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe. Share it with any friends, family, loved ones. I'm not really sure what to actually title this right now, other than maybe transformation. And, send me a comment if you'd like a reading. My email is fierylove1111@gmail.com. All right, I love you guys. You have a great day. Bye.